there from Ian Thompson and Alan McCaffrey. 350cc winner Nigel Moore across the line, third on the road there. Kyle Park done a fantastic job to make up that mistake.
I don't know if you can hear me or not, but it's a SuperBike Championship round.
So he
the next race is out is
the
SuperSport, which is the 600s.
Fourth was Malcolm Benson, Jonathan Watt in fifth. Sixth was Mark Cowan, Brian Hardy in seventh. You can get food behind us here, and coffee from the espresso bar and the gourmet grill and behind us. So a reminder, please allow all track personnel to get a wee bite to eat first, because we don't get an awful lot of time, and our lunch break unfortunately is shortened because we have to get back on our posts. Of course, all in the name of entertainment. And it's great to see so many crowds, so many spectators here today. And we want a wee bit more of this throughout the season. Of course, this is round 9. So next year, you can have a wee sneak peek of what we're able to attend throughout the season. Of course, Sunflower coming up as well, 18th, 19th of October. And for any spectators there that are looking at entry forms, please make your way just beside Ivan McKillop's truck there. Amanda Burns will certainly sort you out. To line up in their grip positions, and on pole, the magic bullet caddy is Johnny Campbell from Corey McGreevy, and Mark Conlon then in third, Andrew Smith in fourth, Chris Nelgan. Unfortunately, it does look like Chris Nelgan will be joining the grid. Kevin Lavery in sixth, James Doy, fastest of the SuperSport Cup earlier on today, qualifying, he lines up in seventh. And Jack Wardy, second of the Ulster SuperSport Cup in 8th place. William Donnelly then in 9th, and the remainder are all SuperSport Cup riders. So well done to you for qualifying in the Cup class. Of course, that's qualified within a certain percentage of the pole sitter, and that's Johnny Campbell, and he lines up there. So we'll have Ross Burr, Andy McAllister once again. Ali Jackson, Stephen Lund, Gary Allen, Warren Knowles, Tom Nichols, Brendan Kavanagh, Ethan Smith, Mark Egan, and Keith Richardson lining up, you can see. Just a few adjustments here made then. Andy Mack, of course, was out in that last classic race, so just in a bit of a rush there, but you're alright, plenty of time. So the green flag goes up at the back of the grid. They're told to watch the light. And away they go. Oh, great start there from Corey McGreevy, but look at the Ducati of Mark Conlon over on the left-hand side, in the middle of the track, and moves over up in front of Corey McGreevy to take the whole shot into the first corner. It looks like it's Mark Conlon. That's what was happening at the hairpin. So Mark Conlon just dropping it back a wee bit, but it's now Corey McGreevy on the McAdoo Kawasaki in the lead ahead of the Magic Bullet Ducati. But look at the speed of the Ducati down the Kawasaki. Just look at Mark Conlon. Into the first corner, and he sets up Andrew Smith ever so slightly. So that's Mark Conlon up into the way up the inside of McGreevy. That bring a waddy, but it's not to be. McGreevy closes the door. Mark Conlon still in that third place, but Andrew Smith isn't letting him go. The two at the front are starting to break away a wee bit from Conlon and Smith. Just in behind him, look at the Ducati, thundering past him here. That's like it's for Mark Conlon's Ducati, who's starting to reel in that 90 machine. Closes up the look at Johnny Campbell on Corey McGreevy around the outside in the first corner. Mark Colin with the fastest lap, a 1:10.47. Corey McGreevy in the lead, a 1:10.8. Disappear behind the Johnny Campbell. He's fishing for a move there through Ringawati, but the corner speed that Corey McGreevy is able to carry through there is no match for the Ducatis in behind him, but he's going to have to watch himself. There's a double slipstream coming, Corey McGreevy. There's a double Italian as they're going through the start and finish. That was fantastic drive that Corey McGreevy was able to get out of front. Mark Colin trying to make a move up the inside of Johnny Campbell in the first corner. Johnny Campbell goes to the on Mark Colin. Comes across the lap for Mark. A 1:10.5 for Mark Colin. Again behind the trees, heading for it. We're down. Trying to get the back end, trying to get the weight to the back end of that ZX6 machine. So through Dunsford then, heading in, it looks like Johnny Campbell and Corey McGreevy just breaking away from Mark Colin. That's ZX6 machine. Out dragging the Ducati down the straight. So of Johnny Campbell around the outside of Corey McGreevy into the first corner. Johnny Campbell takes the fastest lap, a 1:9.3. Johnny Campbell from Corey McGreevy. Mark Colin just dropping off that wee bit, although he did post his best personal time. And Mark Colin now just starting to drop back that wee bit more. And a great run there from Jack Wardy. Leading the cup class at the minute from James Doyle in second place, Ross Moore in third, but here's the lead. Look at the side that Corey McGreevy gets. They're side by side, they look over the shoulder. Corey McGreevy says, thank you, I'm coming. But once again, look at their speed that the Ducati is able to hold around the first corner. Round the outside, again goes Johnny Campbell. Wasn't able to make a stick. He has the correct line for the right-hander, and everybody goes Johnny Campbell back in the lead. Corey McGreevy posting the fastest lap that time, a 1:09.1. Johnny Campbell, a 1:09.1. And Mark Collins, a 1:09 from Corey McGreevy through Ringawati to go. Things are really starting to heat up now. Oh, a bit of movement there. Corey McGreevy, the back end steps out on him. But let's once again, deja vu. Johnny Campbell is just signaling to his pit crew there. Nothing wrong with his boot. He's pointing down the right hand side. He's just using his boot to maybe signal. He doesn't want to take his hands off the handlebars for that machine. Trying to keep as much of his body tucked in behind the burn at the Ducati as he can. McGreevy still in the lead of this race. Johnny Campbell leading the cup class. Still Jack Wardy from James Joy and Ross Moore in that third place. William Donnelly just in. It's still Corey McGreevy. Is he able to get the drive on like he did the previous laps to get away from that Ducati down the straight? Although Johnny Campbell has issues. He has issues on that Ducati. He looks behind him there to see how far Mark Colin was and to see how long it's going to take him to get past. Just sizer up a wee bit. He could have issues with the sizer steaming up. He had issues at the beginning of the season with that lovely top riders just up to 16 and a half degrees. Still on close to the tailpipe is Johnny Campbell and the Ducati. So whatever's happening on the curb, still Mark Colin, still just maintaining that gap. Last time it was 1.6 back from Johnny Campbell and 2 seconds, 3.5 just off the leader. Johnny Campbell, he's wiping his visor. He can't see out of the visor there. So he's got visibility issues for Johnny Campbell. Through there, 1:11.9, so he's slowed up the pace now. Next round will be the last lap. Looking back at the oh, Johnny Campbell then. So Johnny Campbell's back in the lead of this race. As they exit the Hurricane, he looks like he's put a bit of a gap on look again. With Colin getting the bar down on that FedEx machine. So early, coming in. So Colin in the 50, Corey is even on the brakes. Up the inside goes Corey McGreevy on Johnny Campbell. Heading for Ringo. Johnny Campbell up the inside. He repays a favour in through Ringo. And all this time, they're dicing and pulling at each other. Mark Colin is starting to catch them. He's visibly catching them now. So the last time the gap was 1.4. What they have done, no slipstream needed in this race. The gap is down to 1.3 now. So Mark Colin on this last lap is starting to cross the leaders in. These two might not be aware that Mark Colin is so close, 1.3 off Johnny Campbell and 1.34 off Corey McGreevy. Johnny Campbell back in the lead once again in this race for Corey McGreevy over the left side, up the inside. Johnny Campbell has made a stuck. No, he hasn't. Johnny Campbell closed the door on the entrance as he came under the window to go. Corey McGreevy once again is going to try another move, but Johnny Campbell will learn from the last lap. Johnny trying to close the door. Up over the grass. Johnny Campbell on the grass. Johnny Campbell on the grass, out onto the track again.
So Corey McGreevy's going to win
so
this.
So it looks like there's an incident then. There's an incident here at Ringawaddy, but Mark Colin on red flag, so the checkered flag has been brought in. The checkered flag has been brought in. Such a close race between these pair. Corey McGreevy and Johnny Campbell unfortunately had a bit of a coming together there, but the two riders are up and they are walking away. So such an unfortunate end to such a fantastic race in that SuperSport. So close, side by side, the whole way down that back straight through the chicane. What's great to see, both riders are up and walking away from that incident. Just wait for that, we'll get confirmation, but it looks like it was Mark Colin that would have took that win. But we'll get cleared up, we'll get the riders looked at, but they are walking away, which is fantastic to see. And we'll go on our lunch break then. So remember guys, in behind us here Gourmet Grill, so please allow the paramedics and the marshals and all track personnel to get a wee bite to eat first, because we don't get as long as a lunch break as you do, unfortunately. We have to be back on post. So we can please allow the track personnel to get stuff to eat. And just here and there, all track personnel please back on post for 1:10 and we can get racing underway as soon as possible, and we'll get back to the action very shortly. But for the meantime, I'm going to get a wee bite to eat, a wee drink, and we will come back with confirmation of that SuperSport race after lunch again, 1:10.
So I've just met these two gentlemen here. We're talking about motorbikes, and this is James. Peter. And this is Peter. So we're having a look at these beautiful looking motorbikes here. So we're having a look at this glorious Honda 400RR, which was quite an iconic bike in its time. And then we have over here Millbay Man. Now he must be a YouTuber. So if you're on YouTube, support Millbay man, because he must have came the whole way over from England to video this event. And of course then we have at the far end the iconic VFR 800. I had one of those, but it didn't gel with me.
Definitely looking for first bike, so around about the 600 mark, but looking at a lot of second hand, like 600 RRs and that sort of a thing.
Right.
I like the F4i. I was saying to you, that older school, that was the first 600 I ever had to go on.
Yes.
And super fun. You know, like anybody, the first go on a more powerful bike is a memory that sticks with you, you know.
That's right. It's
good fun.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuck in my mind as a potential purchase for the first bike, because there were good value as well. You know, 2-3 grand would get you a nice example.
Yeah.
But also thinking of like, will I stretch the budget and get something newer, like the CB 600 or 650R?
That's a 4-cylinder.
Yeah. And just a beautiful bike, and Honda, you know, very reliable.
That's right.
So that sort of stuck in my mind as well. But like we were saying before, there's so much choice.
There's actually too much choice, isn't there?
Yeah.
What about the Honda Hornet? Is it the 750?
Yeah, that's the new one. Yeah. It's tempting looking, but that's the CB 650R would take my attention more than the Hornet.
Okay.
I tend to like the idea of the sort of the higher torque.
Right.
In the four.
The 4-cylinder rather than the 2.
Yeah.
And
the sound, I quite like it. You know, you kind of have to push it on to get it going, and it's good fun.
Yeah.
But there's a place for them all, really. It just depends if you want out of it.
That's it. The Honda Hornet, Ballymena Honda have them, and what they have is they have new ones that haven't been registered. They're maybe 6 months, 7, 8 months old.
Yeah.
And not much over £5,000.
So you would pay around that for. I was looking at the 600 RRs, you know, the 04, 05 sort of year, and they still go for 4.5, 4 grand themselves. But you know, I mean, a brand new bike with warranty and everything on it would be very tempting. You know,
I don't think I would ever have a go at one of those Royal Enfield Interceptors or
Just
the BSA 250s. You know that. They just don't do it for me.
with you having a VFR before, what did you go to after that?
I just stopped.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I just packed it in. Best bike I ever had was a GSX-R 750 Suzuki.
Yeah, very tempted by them as well. Yeah.
The oil cooled, they called them the slab. You know, I thought they were a great bike.
Yeah.
Because they were easy to flick over from left to right.
Yeah.
I used to be able to get my knee down on the deck.
Yeah. I've heard that about them. They have the frame, basically the likeness of a 600 with that extra bit of power. I think it's the same engine, but it's bored out or something. Or I don't know the exact details of it, but I think it's pretty much similar weight as a 600.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's the I don't know. Maybe it's just all in your wrist, kind of. How much you give it, but what is there as a first big bike? Should you go for a 1,000 or stick with a 600, or you know what I mean?
I think we should stick with a 600.
Yeah.
Just to get the feel of it, because jumping up from you had like an A2 license, was it?
Just provisional. So I had the MT 125. It was 2015. And I had that for 2 years. Put about 16,000 miles on it in the 2 years. So I rode it plenty. Used to commute to work and back. It would have been about a 50-mile trip in full. There and back. Yeah. So I did plenty of riding on it. Made a couple of mistakes as well, as you do pushing on. But that's the thing. You see, I just think if you get too powerful a bike and you make a wee mistake, you can get away with it a bit more on a smaller bike, because you're just not going quite as fast. It's not quite as powerful.
And on a big bike, if things start to tangle up with you, you're never going to save it.
That's it. I have to be. You have to be
so careful.
Honest with yourself about your own skill level at the end of the day. That's it. But no, the MT 125 was a great wee bike. 2 years of great running. Never had a single bother with it. And as 125s go, you wring the neck of it quite a lot to get going anywhere, and it took it well. It was no bother, and it was great too, because I would have parked up in Newcastle.
Yes, County Down.
Yeah, a popular spot around here. and a lot of boys would come up and think it was a bigger bike, you know, with the casing around the engine and everything. So it had that look of a bigger bike, and I'm 6'2", so a big guy. I kind of looked oversized for it anyway, so it was nice to have a bigger bike that looked the part as well on the road, even though it only was a 125. But yeah, it was a lovely looking bike, and it went well.
That's great. Well, look, thanks very much for having a wee chat with me, lads.
Oh, you're very welcome.
And maybe see you later on today.
Sounds good.
Cheers.
All the best.
So as you can see, it's an absolutely gorgeous day down here at Bishopscourt, sun's out. Everybody's having a great time, safe racing so far. So I'm just going to pause you until after the lunch break, and then I'll bring you back to the racing. So I'm just going to take you into the pits for a wee walk around, so see when we get over to the pits. There's Ryan Gibson with his BMW. Alright. There's a JMC roofing team. Some nice bikes there. Some nice looking bikes here as well. Sean Leonard's Principal Insurance bike. Classic 500cc race, 1 second place. Beautiful. I think that's Ernie Coates' son's bike. He's doing very, very well in the British Championship. Corey McGreevy, his Kawasaki racing team. There's the man himself with his back to us. Excellent. Team working very, very, very hard. So here we have William Donnelly with his beautiful bikes. So what bikes have you got, William?
Well, these two R6s, they're both identical. The 2016, just this one has a bit of a different setup than this one. So this is for the wet.
Right.
This is a dry bike, but I prefer the dry bike now. Everybody does.
Okay, thanks very much indeed, William.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There we go. Girls even do racing as well. Team Wood. Some classic bikes here. Very nice indeed. Some great photographs here. That'd be an ideal one to take a screenshot on. Late great Joey Dunlop. Mike Hillwood. Sam McClements. Round the TT course. There's Ernie Coates in there doing a great job. Fitting tires. Great. There's another great screenshot there. See if you can name the two riders. There's Christian Elkin. We've interviewed him before. Great rider. Very strong rider. Just whiz in, have a look at his bikes. Doing a bit of prep work. Think the band and motorbike in Northern Ireland. There's a plug for Enniskillen Motorcycles. You can see their telephone number. This is pit lane here. This is where they line up before they go out onto the circuit. Nice Suzuki here, GSX 5000cc with the Yoshimura pipe on it. Really clean bike. And there's a wee bit of a clue there. It has K-Tech suspension on it, or K-Tech cartridges in it. Very nice. There's a Triumph Rocket T 2300cc. You could go anywhere in that, couldn't you? So it's the SuperBike Cup and SuperSport Cup.
16. Then we have 17 Christopher Connolly, 18 Keith Barnes, 19th Ross Martin, and Barry Gaston in 20th. Again, just before lunch there, that SuperSport race was unfortunately red flagged. Fantastic race that it was. We have confirmation your winner was Mark Conlon from Andrew Smith in second, and Jack Wardy, also winner of the Cup class, in third. So fantastic run there for Jack, and unfortunately Corey McGreevy, Johnny Campbell had a bit of a coming together there at the top half of the track. Both the riders up and okay. Few bruised egos really.
Here we go.
But now we're ready and raring to go for the SuperBike Cup and SuperSport Cup class. And this is race 4 in your programme.
Always nervous. The riders are always nervous at the start. Once they get underway, they're okay. See them twitching.
So the green flag is waved at the back of the grid, and they're told to watch the light. And away to go. Oh, great start there from Amanda's Montini. Amanda's Montini got a fantastic start off the line there, but I think someone's got the better by the looks of it. A massive dive up the inside there, but Amanda's Montini is still holding on to second place, I think, by the looks of it. But they're coming down on the start and finish straight. Dunsport here. There's incident at the back end of the track there, but it is Ian Wardy from the from 2 days. Jamie Jackson, Johnny Gregory, Lee Osprey, Alan Armstrong, Ross Martin, Tom Oliver, Christopher Connolly, James Gray, Barry Gaston, Andy Lockett, and Michael Smith. So a couple of incidents around the circuit there being dealt with under yellow flag by the looks of it here. So Marshall's doing a fantastic job there just to clear